Hi, I'm Leeza. I'm an international transformation specialist, which means that I help people break through limiting beliefs and patterns that keep them stuck. And today we're flipping a script that's been running for too long. The belief that you have to earn rest. You don't. In fact, the more you believe that rest is conditional, the more likely you are to burn out. So, what if exhaustion isn't a flaw, but it's a signal? What if rest isn't a reward, but it's a requirement for living a full and an aligned life? Let's talk about that radical idea because if you are allowed to rest right now exactly as you are, you will be amazed at the changes that'll take place. So, see if any of these patterns sound familiar to you. If you ever feel yourself feeling guilty when you take breaks, unless everything is completely finished, or you associate rest with laziness or failure, or maybe you push through when you're really exhausted because there's no time to stop. You just keep on going and drag yourself along to your own detriment. Maybe you tie your value to your productivity. You're only worth something if you produce. Um, or you feel that you only deserve to rest after you've proven yourself. Like you have a timeline. When I do this or when I've accomplished that, then I get to rest. Then I've earned it. Yeah. So maybe self-care for you doesn't feel like something that is a gift. It feels like something on your to-do list. Oh, I guess I have to take care of myself, right? So that doing and being active has actually become the pattern, the hamster wheel that you're on. And maybe you can't even remember the last time that you really rested, like had a deep, nourishing, drenching rest without guilt and without distractions. So if any of that sounds familiar, here are a few ideas. First of all, you're not alone, right? But here's some ideas that you can use as guides or that may be useful. First of all, rest is a human need. It's not a reward. It's something we need, right? We need to regenerate. We need time and space and quiet to rejuvenate our energy sources. And your nervous system needs time to recover and to function, right? Especially if you're in a fast-paced job or you're with a lot of people or there's a lot of stimulation. Your nervous system needs time to be at ease, to have silence so that it can grow and repair and recreate. So true rest, when you give yourself the time to really create rest, not just taking a break, but really resting, it not only gives your body a time to rejuvenate, but also your sense of self. Like you have the opportunity to come back to who you are, to know yourself. If you've ever been super busy and then gone on vacation, it's like, oh, why don't I do this more often? That's what I'm talking about, is that return to self. And you don't have to collapse in order to justify a break, right? You can listen to your body before you burn out, way before you burn out. When you're starting to notice that you're uncomfortable or you're running out of energy, that's when you need to take a rest. And you can reclaim rest, and um, it's a tool against being toxically productive. What I mean by that is when you build rest or a restful way into your life, you're not going to be on that hamster wheel and just going on automatic all the time, which leads to a lot of not only discomfort, but it also leads to illness and to stressed relationships and stressed self. Yeah. So making space for rest can teach that inner part of yourself that you are worthy, even when you're doing nothing. And I know it myself. I had to chew through this on my own, which is why I speak about it, right? I was totally addicted to getting things done. And the first time I did nothing, no thing, I was like, oh, I can't just sit here, especially when other people are doing something. Well, you can't just sit there and watch them. Yes, you can, right? You can say, I'll be with you in a minute, or if we wait half an hour, we can do it together. You don't have to be busy because someone else is. So those are patterns that you can overcome. And being restful, taking those really deep, nourishing breaks for yourself actually make you more productive. It gives your system a chance to recharge, and then you've got energy to do more. But that's not really the point. The point is that you deserve to integrate rest. to go into productivity and to go into rest, to go into productivity and to go into rest, that you get to dance your life in a way that feels really good to you. So I'd like to leave you with an action, something that you can do to implement these ideas, and that is to pick one day this week, any day that feels good to you, and block out during that day 1 full hour of intentional rest. And however that looks to you, whether it's taking a bath or walking in nature or listening to music, no chores, no screens, just you, just being, napping, daydreaming, lying in the grass, just resting. And if guilt creeps in or frustration, like I should, that nervous energy of I got to get something done, just say I can, but not right now. I do not need to earn this. I am choosing this. All right. So if this message has felt helpful to you, if it's given you the chance to breathe a little easier about resting, go ahead and like the video and subscribe for more and share it with someone who needs to also stop apologizing for being tired. And you'll find links and descriptions to resources below that support you and support recovering and reclaiming your energy on your own terms. I'm Leeza Steindorf. Be well.